That super glue is there, it's conjunction. Conjunction can join anything to anything. Preposition cannot do that. Preposition is only used for joining noun or pronoun. This is where importance lies. So both these are similar mistakes. You know, when you say I work in abroad, you're using the same thing as I go to home. The grammatical rule is the same. Okay? Please come, next person. Don't say discuss about. When you say I want to discuss artificial intelligence, we don't say discuss about. Discuss is a verb which does not require preposition. Prepositions are taken only by intransitive verbs. Discuss is a transitive verb, so we say we discuss artificial intelligence. We discuss this issue, we discuss English, we discuss this subject, we discuss nouns, or we discuss this college. All the time, discuss immediately followed by noun. Okay? I hope you are making note so that you don't make these mistakes again. So he did again the same thing which I told him. To home, please write down and repeat it like mantra every day. Go on repeating, 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 because even if we know we make mistakes, okay? We don't say around objects. He said, you know, he learnt English from around objects. You spoke very well. Say objects around me. Yes. Instead of saying I learnt from around objects, you say I learnt from objects around me. Very good, very interesting also. Now 1 or 2 points. Pronunciation. Please pronounce available. Not available, but available. A. The sound is not I, the sound is A. A sound we don't have in Telugu. So it's a difficult sound. Train. It's not train, it is train. Similarly, available. Please pronounce available. He used good vocabulary also, you might have noticed. Good words. So if you use good words with the right pronunciation, that is very impressive. So please pronounce available correctly. Then one informal use you made, and that is you guys. Now when you stand here, you are speaking formal English. In formal English, we don't use that word. When you're talking to your friends, you guys, how are you guys? Oh, we are fine. What are you guys doing today? We are going for a movie. Are you guys coming to my house? All correct. Informal English. In formal English, we don't use that. You go to class and say, which guy is going to teach us English this year? That means you're referring to your teacher. Not allowed. So in formal English, we don't use this form. Okay? These informal varieties have come much into our language because of our influences from outside. The English which we learned was very bookish English, because it's not our mother tongue, we learned from books. So it was very traditional, very bookish English. Now because of all these call centers and lot of exchange of people due to globalization, we are getting more and more influenced by informal English. But we are not able to remember where to use formal, where to use informal. So use that. 2-3 other grammatical mistakes you made, but that will improve by time. Okay? Go on using it based on what you learned, and then it will improve. Okay? Come next.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, friends. My name is Saidulu. I am working as a lecturer in B.Ed college. Basically, I understood communication English, grammatical English. What is the difference between these two? In rural area, English medium students, if I say in Telugu, eppudu vachavu, they used to say when you came. Grammatical English, when did you come? Basically, I came totally Telugu medium background, LKG to degree. Then I didn't have proper communication skills in English. Then I lost one DSC job. After I realized how can I improve my English? There is no English institutions. I belong to rural village. I am not able to go cities. Then how can I? Then luckily I got MED seat in Usmania University. Then I focused how how can I improve my English. So many students are completed their MBA, MCA, MScs, but they are not able to select in MNC companies. The main different, they don't have proper communication skills in English. This type of problem same I have. Then luckily I introduced Impact Foundation. When I met Gampa Nageshwar Rao sir, total my life has changed. Since then I focused on English. I got good result in communication skills. Now I am happy. Thank you, ma'am.
Now you have given many ideas about how a person who doesn't know any English can improve. So that will be very motivating, because all who are watching whose English is bad will certainly learn from you. When you look at this speech when it is uploaded and you find your own mistakes, that will be the next step in your learning. Okay, I'm happy that you learned. Now I'm not correcting any further mistakes because time is running short. I want all of you to speak, so come quickly one by one. How to make formal and informal English expressions, how to use them, and also some basic corrections of English. That much we'll do tomorrow. First, like we did today, first hour, and then second hour, those of you who did not speak today will speak, and those who are participating in group discussion will have group discussion. Then we will end this 5 days program. Let me see you again tomorrow. Okay? All of you are speaking very well. Nobody should feel disappointed that you don't know English or your English is bad. Please remember that even if we make hundreds of mistakes, we are in the path of improvement. There is no limit to improvement. I told you, after teaching English all my life, I can still improve. I'm still improving. Did you understand? So nothing to feel disappointed. All should be able to continue from here and go on doing. You know, each of you is highly motivated. So if you continue with that motivation, English is not difficult at all. Now group 5 is ready. Very often we tell others certain things, but we don't follow those things ourselves. It's very easy to say, you know. Suppose I tell you from the beginning of the semester you should start studying. Then you might ask me, Madam, did you study when you were our age? Good question, isn't it? Sometimes we tell you, but we don't do. So that is the kind of story we have here. So believe what you tell others. You have to believe what you tell others. Unless you believe it, you can't tell others. That is the theme for this story. That first believe yourself. That is what the theme here is. The title of the story is Faith is the Mother of Miracles. Faith, F-A-I-T-H, pronounced as faith. Faith is the mother of miracles. Faith, another synonym for faith is belief. So if you believe something, then only a miraculous thing can happen. That is the story, that is the title of the story. This also is a fairly long story. I'll read it twice. Group number 5, be very alert. The others can't fall asleep also. They also have to be alert. Okay, after good lunch, no, not allowed. Till 4 o'clock, not allowed. A milkmaid used to supply milk to a Brahmin priest living on the other side of the river. Owing to the irregularities of the boat service, she could not supply him milk punctually every day. Once, being rebuked for her going late, the poor woman said, What can I do? I start early from my house, but have to wait for a long time at the river bank for the boatmen and the passengers. The priest said, Woman, they cross the ocean of life by uttering the name of God. Can't you cross this little river? The simple-hearted woman became very glad at heart on learning this easy way of crossing the river. From the next day, the milk was being supplied early in the morning. One day, the priest said to the woman, How is it that you are no longer late nowadays? She said, I crossed the river by uttering the name of the Lord as you told me to do. And don't stand now in need of a boatman. The priest could not believe this and said, Can you show me how you cross the river? The woman took him with her and began to walk over the water. Looking behind, the woman saw the priest in a sad plight. She said, How is it, sir, that you are uttering the name of God with your mouth, but at the same time, with your hands, you are trying to keep your clothes untouched by water? You do not fully rely on Him. Okay? That is the story. The priest told the girl that you should believe in God, but he doesn't believe. He also tries to do. We had one extreme, self-help. Don't depend on God, don't pray, climb the tree. This is the exact opposite. There are certain places where faith in God is important. Not start worrying after your exam. Nobody worries before the exam. If you worry, you'll study. We finish writing the exam, then we worry by saying, how many marks will I get? Will I get the topper marks? Will I get full marks? And so on. What is the use of worrying after your exam? Then you have to leave it to God by saying, as I wrote, I will get. I can't get anything more than what I wrote. But when you have to study, you can't say, God, please study for me. God, please write my exam for me. That we can't say. So you can see how two different versions of the story, two different aspects of the same thing are there, so beautifully explained by Ramakrishna, by saying that on one side, don't trouble God. On the other side, have faith in God. Both are equally relevant. Not one is not correct, the other is not correct always. This we call as ethics. Ethics means choosing the right value for the right situation. Each context we have a new value. Morality is standard everywhere. Speak the truth, we say, that is morality.